dearest and my beautiful friends, today I have an extremely special guest, Grammy winner, actor, a fashion icon, and other beautiful adjectives that can describe you, Septimius. Hello, my dear. I'm so happy to see you.
Who are you talking about? What's she talking about?
About you. About you. You know
Hello.
that I have so much love and respect towards you. And I'll be honest with you, today when I was getting ready, I didn't know what to wear because you always look over the top.
All
Did you hear it before?
Yeah.
Every time I see
Yeah.
you at the events,
I have to keep up with the image. Sometimes it's hard though.
I know. Do you have a stylist who
No, I do
helps
everything
you?
myself.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. The clothes, the look, everything. Yep.
I'm fashion.
Right.
That's my favorite song of yours. Okay. Today it's all about you. Okay?
Okay.
And I hope that we will inspire others.
Yes.
Okay. That's our main objective for today.
Yes.
To inspire, to motivate, and maybe to educate as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's do
That's what
this.
I'm here for.
Yay.
Let's do it.
Perfect. Okay. What shall we start with? I don't
Okay.
know. How music come into your life?
Well, it wasn't a plan. I didn't grow up music, wanted to do music, wanted to be a music artist, anything like that. It was something that kind of evolved. And one day I woke up after a bad relationship,
How
and
old were you?
I was it's like this is 15 years ago. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
15 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm gonna reinvent myself as a music artist. And my friends were like, "You're absolutely crazy. You know nothing about music. You never been in the studio. You never wrote a song, did a song." I said, "Yeah, but I think I want to be a music artist." So
Interesting.
I went out and I researched a proper name that would mean something, not that just instead of just having a regular name. And then I decided to be a music artist. That was step one.
That's interesting. So
Yeah,
you just woke up and you made a decision that I want to become a music artist.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, it was
Maybe
divine
God,
intervention. It was.
exactly. God
It
was
really
speaking to
was.
you.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what then? Did you get the education or what were your first steps?
Well, I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't know where to start. All I knew, the way I did it was I was like, okay, what kind of music do I like? So I love dance music, anything make you dance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. So in the Maryland area, Maryland, D.C. area, house music is a really prominent there. And I loved house music when I'm in the club and it takes you in a trance and you're just dancing. And I was like, okay, that's the foundation. And then I basically went into the genre of dance music. But I really wanted to tell a story behind my music, not just making up and making a song. So the real Septimius Severus was a real Roman emperor. So I really wanted to put tidbits of knowledge in all the songs I do about the real Septimius. And the reason why I chose that name, Divine Intervention, again, because I didn't know where I got that name from. I was just
Oh,
Googling for
wow.
something, and the correlation is just it's crazy. Yeah,
Do you believe in coincidence or do you believe in destiny?
I think destiny.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly.
It's powerful. And do you
hmm
believe that you are guided?
Yes,
Do you,
if you listen,
if you listen?
because some people don't listen. Like the signs can be sit there waving in your
Yeah.
face, red flag, do this, and people don't do it. I'll say I'm guilty of that. I was,
Yeah.
but the older I got, it's like stop and listen. You hear this little voice for a reason, and certain things are put in front of you for a reason.
Yeah.
Take a chance and do it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a music artist.
Love it. Okay. Do you remember your first song? Do you write your song?
Yes, now I
Okay.
do, but also collaborate with a lot of different
And what
artists.
about the beginning?
The
Did you
first
write your
song
first
was
song?
I Am Fashion.
Really?
Yes.
I just told you that that's my favorite song. That's cool.
It has evolved maybe 5 versions of it since then,
Okay.
but all the lyrics are the same. It's just different beats, but I Am Fashion was the first song. Well, I can back up a little bit because in high school, I was academically good in high school. And my girlfriend at the time said, "You should be a model." And I was like, I'm not getting in front of, no, I'm not getting on the stage, whatever they should do it. I was like, no. But me being a model put me on stage and put me in front of people. And I was like, oh, it's not too bad. I don't have to talk. I just got to walk. Okay. So that kind of opened the door for it. So fashion started I guess you want to say, my creativity
Journey.
or journey
Mm-hmm.
of entertainment. So I modeled for a while, did a lot of fashion shows from high school on up. So that broke me out of one level of my shell
Mm.
because I wouldn't talk in front of people or be in front on stage and things like that. So that opened I was a can of worms. So it opened my life.
Yeah.
Phase one.
Yeah. And now you're an MC at the fashion shows. Look at you. Everything is so connected, right?
It really is.
Yes, because since I was a kid, I have a mom who is a photographer,
Okay.
and I've been always on camera. That's
Okay.
first, and second, oh my God, she always put me into the beauty pageants.
Okay. I can see it
Shit
though.
that I
I
hate
can
it.
see it. Yeah.
Septimius, but I hated it so much. But now I'm so grateful to my mom because I know how to be like, on
Turn it
camera.
on.
I'm not shy,
Mhm.
etc., etc.
Exactly.
I know everything about the catwalk, but yes, I realized that I don't like it. Yeah, it's not for me. And then when I was like 15, 16, I was on stage as an MC. I was hosting those beauty pageants because I told frankly to my mom, my height is not appropriate for the
Right.
catwalk. That's first. I'm good like in the commercial modeling because they don't care. Anyways, why I'm talking about myself? Because everything is so connected when you reflect on your journey. So in your case, you had your girlfriend who helped you. I don't know.
Exactly.
Or you know how I see it. Maybe you'll agree or disagree. I don't want it to be like interview.
Right. Yeah, right.
Conversation between
Exactly.
two smart people.
Right. Yep.
What did I want to say? That we believe in God, both of us. And
Mhm.
I believe that people in our lives who are coming to us, maybe for a second, maybe for, what was the expression? For a lifetime or for da-da-da,
All right. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about.
you
Yeah.
know. And some people are coming to our lives just to send us a message because God, He cannot say it to us directly.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe we can hear something or we can see something in the dreams, or maybe we read the signs, etc., etc. But sometimes people are coming to us; they are verbalizing what God is trying to say. All we have to do is just to be open, not like
Exactly.
this.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So you had a girlfriend at the
Yeah.
time. You're not together anymore,
No?
but we are grateful.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Right, right. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, and you're absolutely right because I just would not even thought about any of that.
Modeling. Yeah.
Right, mom, and like you said, I think God put her in my life to say that because I probably wouldn't listen to anyone else at the time. I probably would have saw a sign that said be a model or
Yeah.
commercial be a model. I'm like, whatever. I would never think about it.
Yes.
But when someone said it, and I was like, oh, the person who was closest to me at the
Yeah,
time,
exactly.
that was an angel. That
Yes.
was the voice that said, try it.
Yeah.
And
Why
here
not?
I am.
Yes.
Mhm.
And what did you like doing growing up?
Well, I was the only child,
Mm-hmm.
so I was imaginative. Just think about anything, everything was possible. So I was always, had lots of friends. Always had people around me because I was used to the only child. So growing up was fun. It was lonely, but fun because my mom had her issues and not really a parental figure. So I kind of like raised myself.
I had the
Yeah.
same Septimius. You
Really?
see, why we connected. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, how not to believe in destiny. Same. I had to grow up like super quickly, and I also had a younger sister, and I had to take care of her, and she was always calling me a mom.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
bad. Anyways, it's all
Right,
about
right.
you today.
It's about us. It's about
It's
us.
about us,
Yes.
yes. Okay, and did you have a role model? Did you find another role model? Maybe on TV? My role model was Britney Spears.
Was it really?
Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I think I did. Well, I would say it's a substitute teacher
Okay.
in junior high school who his name was, oh God, what's his name? Keith? Yeah,
It's
Keith.
okay.
All right, right. He took interest in me, was like, you should, I had no guidance or whatever. So I was in the Boy Scouts and I wasn't, and I wanted to do sports. I didn't. I was just trying everything. I just had no guidance at all. And he kind of like gave me inspirations just to be creative and it's okay. So I think that was the only figure I had that would kind of led me to because the people I grew up with in Baltimore, we were in the hood. So I could have went any direction. I could have been jail and drugs or whatever. So he kind of like kept me away from that because I started to see, instead of my neighborhood, I started to see the world. And I was just like, wow. Oh, so past the street is what? Well, past this, there's cities. And I remember, speaking of that, I remember when it came time to graduate from high school to choose a college. And they would always say, go to college. You're so smart. You're so smart. Go to college. Go to college. So my mom didn't really care what I did for education wise. So I kind of signed my own applications and stuff. And I said, I looked on the map and I said, I want to go. How far? I want to go to California. So I went to the West. I came here the first time. I went to San Diego and went to Point Loma. And they were like, Marlo, you are crazy. You don't know anyone out there.
Yeah.
You just up and go. And but again, it's the voices. It's things I listen to. So yeah.
Exactly.
But no role model, no.
No. And you see what is interesting? I had the same, as you were saying, like, I want to go to California. And again, this is the inner voice. And we just listen to this inner voice, right? Because when I was little, I was always saying that my name is Britney Spears and I live in Hollywood.
Right. Okay.
I disagreed with everything was around me. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
And here we are.
Exactly.
In California.
There you go.
Yes.
Wow.
So yes, it's beautiful listening to your inner voice. Okay, so you came to California, and your first impressions?
As adult or back in college?
Oh, back in college.
Yeah, it was the first time I got to see other races of people. You know, I went to Point Loma, which I didn't even know it was a religious college. I just knew it was on the beach. I saw pictures, and that's where I wanted to go. But I got to meet, Asian, Latino, other than just African American. I was like, wow, this is a big world. And the African American population was very small. It was like 5% of the college. So I got to my friends were like, oh, you're a white boy now. You think you're I just was having fun.
Yeah.
I got to see palm trees and oceans. I was in a school with all these different races. I was a dual major of biology and chemistry. Didn't like it, but I was good at it. And
wow.
They told me I should, keep that career. But
let me say this: a talented person is talented in everything.
Evidently, right? Because I'm like, I don't know why did I do that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so California was just like, it was like a breath of fresh air past the block that I grew up on, past the neighborhood I grew up in, because I would never have experienced anything if I'd have stayed there.
And then you got back, and how did you feel?
I got back because of Grammys. What do you mean?
Ah,
got back to what?
Home?
Yeah, I was in college for about maybe 2 years.
Okay.
My mom passed away, so I was the only child. So I had to go back to Baltimore, kind of learn how to be an adult and raise myself and blah, 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 blah. But then I came back 2 years ago.
Yeah, because of the Grammys.
Yep.
How did it happen?
Again, I was at a party. And I was doing music in Baltimore, trying to become a music artist, trying to learn it, didn't know about, copyrights, trademarks, and all that kind of stuff. But I was learning as I was going, because I was a good listener.
Yeah.
So I'm at a party, and we're having drinks, and like, yeah, I saw you perform, and you're so talented, so different. Are you a part of the Grammys? I was like, no. They were like, well, you can become a member. I was like, really? Go to Grammy.com and apply for membership. I say, it's that easy? Well, it's not that easy, but it's that accessible. And that's what happened. So I applied and I submitted my credentials because I was doing pretty good and being active in the music community. And they bumped me up from a regular associate member to a voting member. So now I've been a voting member since 2017.
Oh, love it.
And then I would come out to the Grammys once a year because as a member, you can do that. And I would submit my music and get on the ballot and stuff like that. But the nomination collaborations is what brought me like, I need to be here.
But before we go to the Grammys, can we come back to the beginning of the journey? Because my mission in this life, is to inspire and to educate, And I am trying to deliver this message that it's not so easy in the beginning, and you cannot take the things for granted. Like, you have to appreciate every single moment, and you have to enjoy your journey. Listen, we have like Christmas in 2 weeks.
Right.
And this is the most beautiful Christmas, or this is the most beautiful time before Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
the preparation,
Mm-hmm.
buying gifts, decorating the tree. And then Christmas itself, it just cool, fun.
Right,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? So the journey, like
The
this
journey.
time,
Yes.
is the most beautiful. So please share with me, were there like, of course it was like lows and
Mm-hmm.
ups. Can you share something?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say a low, but it's learning because I really
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a music artist to be famous. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
look at me, I'm such.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't do it for that. I did it because I wanted to be creative.
yeah.
So I had to learn, and I wanted to know the business side of music. That's what's really, really important because anyone for these days can be a music artist, put stuff out on Spotify and Pandora and things like that. You can do that easily with a click of a button.
Mm-hmm.
But the business behind it makes you long standing.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell everyone if you have an idea, if you want to be anything, if you try it, you never know what you evolve into it.
Yeah.
And like we said, listen to the inner voice. Something said, be a music artist. Now, is that my end journey? I don't know. Is it step 1, 2, or 3? Yes, I think it is. But I'm evolving constantly because I'm listening to an inner voice.
Yeah.
So I always tell everyone, no matter what your friends think how odd it is, or
Who do you think
you
you are?
right, exactly. You bougie, you stupid,
Yes.
what makes you think, I went through all of that.
Yeah.
But the lows were I was running across people who I think genuinely liked what I was doing, but they only had a limited focus in mind.
Exactly.
So I remember going to a radio station, and they were like, "Oh, well, your music it's okay. It's kind of international. We don't play that here. You need to be more like Chris Brown." I'm like,
I don't
I'm
want to
not
be like somebody
right. I don't want
else.
to be like right.
We have
Exactly.
Chris Brown. Thank you.
Exactly.
Oh.
And that's what the music industry, they want copycats so they can battle each other to see who's going to be the best. And that just wasn't my journey. So, but what stood out to me was when they said that my music was more international. I need to do international. I got on the computer. I looked at different nightclubs over in Europe and I booked my own tour, financed my own self,
Oh my
and
God.
went and just performed at little clubs all over Europe. And because my sound,
You are brilliant. You're so smart.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you come up with this idea by yourself?
It just popped
Mama?
in. Yeah, it popped in. Yeah, and because I think, oh, it's my phone. Oh, yeah. It just popped in my head because I think because once I did that launch from Baltimore to California with no guidance, I wasn't afraid of far travel or distance thinking. So here I go again with the same journey, same formula. They said overseas, I'm going overseas. So I did London, I did Italy, I did France, Dubai, Spain, just go. I got some friends together, and they said they were worrying about partying. I'm thinking about what club can I get in to perform
Yeah.
because I'm trying to be a music artist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, you guys come to the club and have fun, but I'm going to perform, or I'm going to meet the DJs, or I'm going to meet the show promoters
Yeah.
because I'm building something. I'm not just here to have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always hard before it's easy.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's too easy, you don't appreciate it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, you take it
Yeah.
for granted. Okay, so how was it in Europe?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I fit right in. The crazy clothes, the long cloaks,
yeah.
the music jumping. It was just like, and they were so impressed about Americans coming to perform at different.
Oh, we're so impressed
Yeah.
by the Americans.
Yeah.
You cannot even imagine. Yes.
It's crazy. I was like, wow,
yeah.
I'm working so hard in America to make a name.
Yeah.
But overseas, I could just be myself and they appreciate it.
Yes. Yes. Septimius The Great.
Right. Exactly. That name, I tell you.
I love
it's hard to live up
it.
to sometimes.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, and then you won the Grammy, yeah?
Yes.
So from Europe, you got back to the U.S. And
Yes.
what changed?
I stayed in the U.S. For years over in Baltimore. And then, because I always had a regular job too. So that's another good thing. I always have a regular job because you're not going to be a superstar overnight. You're not going to jump out there and start paying for your services because you think you're the one and only.
Yes.
It's 10,000 of you, right?
Exactly, yes.
So I always had a regular job, so I was able and fortunate to finance myself and live on my own. But I stayed in Maryland for a number of years, just trying to find my brand, how I can make it fit. I do. One of the bad things I did do is I had these big dreams of Septimius on stage when I started.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Roman emperors, dancers. You know, the
Mm.
togas, the soldiers, and the whole crew, the whole visual
Wow,
aspect.
love it.
But one, I couldn't afford to keep performing like that. But then two, they didn't really get it in America, so I kind of watered down my brand to fit in what I can try to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool, but it just wasn't fulfilling. And I was just doing it because they accepted me for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one fault that I have is because I think I would have been a lot further, a lot faster if I stuck to my dream and just found a way to keep my dream the way it is and in the right areas, the right people.
Exactly. It's
Mm-hmm.
crucial to do you.
Mm-hmm. They
Mm-hmm.
always said that too. Be you. It's the most important. Yeah, but I couldn't find where that would be at.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to make my own lane.
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah. What about now? How do you feel now? About your music, about your life?
The music is great. The acting is going great. The fashion line is great. I mean, I think everything is connecting the dots. But my main focus is I really just want to get credibility in all of those avenues and pass it on to up and coming people. I really want to step out from in front of the camera and be an entertainment firm behind the camera, giving people opportunities based upon what I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a Septimius way.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, I love
All
it.
right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And do you have something that you like the most?
That's a good. I used to say music, but I think music is so competitive. It's so watered down. Everyone's doing it. The acting has really become fun
Mm.
because I
When
get to.
acting came
Well,
into your life?
the funniest thing because I created the image of Septimius the Great.
Mm-hmm.
A guy in London named Stephen Exeter wrote a book about Septimius the Severus, the real Roman emperor,
Mm.
and he found me on social media. We went back and forth. He wrote a book, and I was like, "Oh man, I would love to get. I wish I could be in a book that cover because he had a cartoon-like cover."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it's called Severus the Black Caesar. Have you ever done any acting?" And I was like, "Ooh, so don't say no. Don't say no. Don't say no." So I thought about it. I was like, well, I created this brand in 2010. I've been acting as Septimius. Yes. So, yes, I
Yeah.
have been doing acting. And I took on the role, and that was my first acting gig. We did some teasers as being waiting to be greenlit, HBO, and a couple other different people looking at it. And that was the first thing, the first acting per se real gig that I had because he found me because of the brand. I was Septimius the Great. He was writing about Septimius.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm the face on the book. So we switched it out. So I got my name on the book, a picture in the book.
Wow.
I got the series coming out about that. So I'm really happy
Mm-hmm.
about that. And I'm really I feel like I'm playing myself. Like this whole Septimius connection, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I'm not intimidated by it.
Do you believe in the previous lives?
You know what?
What?
The funniest thing about that Septimius thing, I was born on June 8th.
No way!
What?
No way! Goosebumps! June 6th!
What?
Now I know! Okay, thank you, God.
See?
I hear.
See?
I'm telling you.
It's
I have
happening.
goosebumps. That's crazy.
Everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
And I allow it. We allow it.
Yes.
You have to allow
Yes,
it.
exactly. Yes.
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 So I was doing research on the Septimius. Septimius the Great, no, Septimius Severus took his emperor throne on June 8th. And I was just like, okay, that's a correlation.
Wow.
Then all of my numbers on my phone is 7,
Mhm.
and Severus brings 7. And then I had all these clothes in my closet for doing fashion shows with long cloaks and all that kind of stuff. The whole room, everything just kind of like
Connect.
meshed together.
Yeah.
I just had to open my eyes and let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
love
yeah,
it.
I'm just,
So you do believe in the previous lives? Yes.
I really do. And I'm going to find out why. Well, I guess I can tell. Yeah, I'm writing I'm writing a short film. I know, right? Just for you. I'm writing a series about Septimius Severus, the real Roman emperor, and Septimius the Great, and how they correlate like an ancestral type thing, like a
Wow.
reincarnation type thing. So it's a modern meets the old and the reason why and all that kind of good stuff.
I
Yeah.
see. And
Yeah.
that is why I asked
Hmm.
this question.
Exactly.
That's cool. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So yeah, you cannot say that you love the music industry the most or like acting. Now acting is cool because maybe it's new.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I
Yeah.
think it's what it
And you
is.
were like so excited to learn from the beginning. Are
Exactly.
you taking the acting classes?
No acting classes
No
yet,
acting
but I
classes.
need to learn
It's your
technique.
natural.
Right.
Your
I
natural.
just been natural at the roles that I've been given.
Yeah,
Right.
because you played yourself.
Exactly.
I've played the role of myself and it was super easy. I was just interviewing people on the red carpet. It was so easy that I cannot even explain.
Right.
But
Right.
it's like my comfort zone and I don't like to be in my comfort zone,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Exactly.
It's the same if I was speaking to you now in the Russian language or in the Ukrainian or in Polish and somebody would translate it. But no, I want to feel uncomfortable,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
because I want to grow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. I get bored real quick and it's too easy. So I'm bored.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Yes. And what is your dream?
Geminis. That's why.
Gemini.
Yeah. Right. Right.
What is your dream role?
My dream role. That's a good. I want to do. Well, I went to see Gladiator,
Mhm,
and I like Denzel's Washington's role in it because he's such a serious technical actor. But this one, he was like kind of like comedic, but then it had the historical part of it. So my ideal role is I'm obsessed with this Roman emperor, Greek mythology, Roman,
mhm,
whatever you want to call it. I'm obsessed with that. So I want to do roles within that when you
mhm.
take the mystical and make it a reality. I like
Love
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh,
Hmm.
sounds good.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Let's go to the fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fashion industry. You mentioned that you have a fashion line.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I created my fashion line. I launched it in September.
This year?
Yeah, I think
Really?
was it when we saw it
I
in
missed
Vegas?
it. Yeah, okay.
I launched it at Vegas at that show. It
Really?
was the first time. That was the first show I launched my
Okay.
line. Yep.
That's cool.
Septimius
Is it for
Couture.
women and men or only?
It's mostly men,
One-
but I like to show it with women in it in our
Oh,
clothes. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Good,
Put
good,
them in
good.
suits or whatever, because everything I have is like long flowing and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
very artistic.
yeah,
But I
right.
like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
You see, now I know one of the reasons why you're so like always over the top because we Geminis, we like everything what is different. Remember we were
Yeah.
talking about my nails,
Right.
that they are so crazy.
Right.
Who has such nails?
I'm like, that's cool.
I like everything what is like inappropriate, taboo sometimes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like different, unique.
Exactly.
Or like, no, Eugenia, you cannot talk about it. You know, like my mom when I was growing up. No, 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 no.
Right, right.
And I was like, no, I want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Let's go for it. Because, I like the saying by Steve Jobs that only crazy people are the ones who change the world because they are so crazy that they believe that they can change the world,
Mhm.
because it's crazy to
Mhm.
believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
And that's actually what we are doing. We're here on a mission. And maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking, I'm still analyzing. Maybe like we are continuing this journey that they already started. Like
Mhm.
now we are reborn,
Yep,
the
exactly.
soul is coming back to this planet Earth to continue this mission.
It makes sense to me.
Makes sense? And then
Yes.
you're like, oh, and I'm now Septimius the Great and June is, da, da, da. Like you connect the dots and then you're like, oh,
Right.
okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So life mission. What is your life mission? Being creative is beautiful, but probably you are doing it because you want to give back.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to give back definitely. And my
Or say something through the music,
yeah,
movies,
I think
fashion.
I just want to teach, or I don't really know what my life mission is because I keep evolving.
Mhm.
It's like it's like an onion. I just keep peeling back all of these different layers. I don't even know what's inside. All I know is as long as I
Interesting.
keep peeling
Yeah.
and I'm growing or I'm blooming like a blooming onion,
Yeah.
that whatever that final look is, I don't really know. I'm just not going to stop though.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep listening.
But what makes you happy?
I like traveling. I love food.
Traveling,
I
food.
love puppies. I love dogs. Love dogs. But what makes me happy is really just stepping out of the box, like
Mhm.
really creating something that people may like or may not like, long as we had the conversation, as long as you're going to
Yes.
remember it. There's a legacy
Yes.
there. You can like, I remember that guy,
Exactly.
September, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I remembered your name from the very beginning when I met you. Yes, I met you on the red carpet, probably at the fashion show. Yes, and I was like, "What is your name?" And you're
Right.
like Septimius. It
Right.
sounded like right. You know what I mean? Septimius. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. And it's funny you say that because when I meet people, in Hollywood,
Yeah.
you meet people and they're like, "Oh, my name is John. Oh, my name is Roger. Oh, my name is,
And you're like,
Karen, whatever."
Septimius.
And I'm like, "My name is Septimius." They're like, "Okay, nice to meet you." They're not listening.
Exactly. Fuck. It's
So now when I
so
say
us.
my name is
Yes.
September, they stop and say, "Excuse me, what
Yeah.
is?" And I'm like, "Oh, now I got your attention.
Exactly.
Now I can
Yes.
really talk to you."
Yes,
You're right.
yes, yes, yes. When I just came to the US, I was always saying to American people that my name is Jane, but it's not my real name. My
Right.
real name is Eugenia. I just
Right.
wanted to make it easier for them to understand my name.
Right.
And I was saying Jane, Jane, Jane. And then a friend of mine said to me, Eugenia, you're not Jane. Stop it. Stop being so comfortable. And it's exactly what you are
Yeah.
saying, like, yes. And then you see when people are attentive. When I
Mhm.
say Eugenia, they like double check that they pronounce it right. And then I
Exactly.
see, oh, this person is really interested.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hollywood.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about
Okay.
Hollywood. How is it? How is life in Hollywood?
It's been, well, I've been here 2 years. The first year I was just worried about marketing myself, just getting Septimius out there, whether it's
But you
music.
already had a brand.
Yes, I already had a
Mhm.
brand, but I wasn't in the circles.
Okay.
And so, I'd used fashion, music, hosting,
Excuse
whatever.
me for interrupting.
Mhm.
Did you know somebody in LA when
No.
you moved to LA?
No,
No. Okay.
no. Mm-mm.
Wow.
Just jumped
Okay.
out there,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of industry people I know, but not
Yeah.
friends or family.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Got it.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. So
So
I
you
jumped
can be
out there.
yourself.
So Hollywood to me is, I used to think of all the glitz and glamour and the lights. Everything was like beautiful. Yeah, exactly. I just thought it meant the first year I was at every event.
Yeah.
I never knew there was like 5 or 6 events every day, 7 days a week.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
because most cities don't have that, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it was fun. But it got exhausting after a while because some of the people don't really care who you are.
Yes.
They only care what they can get out of you. Unless you have something they want, you're no good to them. So you were disposable. So after the first year, I was like, this is not pretty like I thought. Being on Hollywood Boulevard with the Walk of Fame, it's like, oh my God, it's the Walk of
Mhm.
Fame. But then you see got the homeless population
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
and the trash and things. I'm like, Hollywood is just smoke and mirrors. It's
Mhm.
smoke and mirrors, and it's full of people who have hopes and dreams, and it's a lot of people here who want to use them for that,
Mhm.
and don't have the appreciation for it. And I think that, I don't know if I should. Well, yeah, I think that Hollywood has had its run,
Mm.
and now there's like a new age, a new beginning of a new Hollywood. Like I forgot his name, Wahlberg is starting in Vegas, Hollywood 2.0. It's like now the world is no longer just Hollywood. It's the
Mhm.
world and
Yeah.
social media, the
Yeah.
internet, and COVID changed everything. So all of our minds are like opening up now. So Hollywood to me it's a great place for an opportunity. It's a great place to network, but you have to have someone to navigate you through it because you can waste a lot of times,
Yeah.
a lot of tears, a lot of money, a lot of heartache if
Mhm.
you don't have the right direction. Yeah.
And in your opinion, what kind of person you should be in order to make it in Hollywood?
You got to be tough-skinned
Mhm.
and deal with a lot of lies and a lot of gaslighting that you're the best and blah blah blah.
You know what I hate? When people are like, oh, I love you. I love you. I
Right.
love you. I love you. And I'm like, bitch, you just
You don't even
met
know,
me.
right? You don't even know
How
me.
can
Right.
you say me, bye, Eugenia, I love you?
Right.
I'm like, okay. Like, to me, it's so powerful, these 3 words. I love you. They are like so valuable. Anyways.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
this network. Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, what kind of person you should be in order to make
I
it?
think
Tough,
in
you
Hollywood,
said? Yeah, in Hollywood.
yeah,
From your observations, from your experience.
It's not even talent anymore.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, you could be the most talented person in the world. It makes no weight at all.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know, who likes you,
Yeah.
what favors can you give to make it somewhere. So it's the type of person. I would hate to say dreamers should not be in Hollywood, but it's almost like I don't know. It's tough.
It is very tough.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, and
I agree with you
yeah.
that you have to be tough, and plus, you have to be brave.
Mhm.
You have to be
Brave,
brave
yes.
enough to believe that you are worthy.
Yes.
You're worthy of this success, of this money, and responsibility.
Mhm.
Big, like letters, capital letters,
Yep.
responsibility. Because being famous, like you are blessed by God, or devil gave you this opportunity to make this world a mess.
Mhm.
You know what's going on in Hollywood right now, like recently, but we don't want to talk about it
All right,
anyways.
right.
But these are like all with the powers, like good and bad, good and bad. And I always ask myself, like, where am I and what do I choose? And yeah, and if I was blessed to have this opportunity, what would I do? Because it's not only about me, just to shine, to be pretty, or like
Right.
to be a great actress, to have a talent. No,
Right.
it's also like, why you? What will you bring to the table? What will you bring like as a Hollywood fucking star? You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I remember when I was obtaining my master's degree in Europe, okay, you won't believe it's in politics, okay? My
Oh, really?
master's.
Okay.
I had a dream to work at the United Nations.
Okay.
And I asked my professor, what does it take for me to work in the United Nations? And she said to me, you just have to be brave. And I was like, what a stupid answer.
Right.
Fuck you. I didn't say it, but I was thinking about like, I want to learn like the skills, like what should I do? Just tell me, you know,
Right.
an action step. And she said, you just have to be brave. Like how many years later? 5, 7, this message, I got it. Like
Yeah.
with every cell of my body. Now I get it. Yeah, I have to be brave.
Mhm.
I have to be brave to put myself out there and verbalize what I think. Da 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 da. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So in order to
Brave.
make
That's
it
a
in
good one.
Hollywood,
I think that's a
you have
good
to be
one.
tough, brave, and of course talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, because when we go to see the movies, sometimes you look and you think like, oh no, she's so bad or he's so bad.
Who
And
does she
I
know?
don't exactly.
Who does he know?
Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm taking the acting classes, and sometimes in order for me like to grow as well and to see how the big movies are created, yeah, I go as an extra to the like Paramount or Universal. I'm going there to see and to learn, yeah, how are the main characters like A-list celebrities. Yeah, I
Mhm.
see them like I see you right now, yeah, and I see them in action. And I realized that not all of them are so professional as we see them when we are watching the movies.
Exactly.
And, you know, as an extra, you go and you talk to people and you can hear them saying, she sucks.
Right.
And I don't want anyone to say about me like, oh, she sucks. So I want to be like the best version of myself. You know,
Mhm.
I don't want to be good. I want to be great in
Exactly.
everything I do. Do you have the
Exactly.
same?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be great. Yeah. I don't want to be just good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you probably don't want to be just famous for being
No.
famous, for your
Not
ego, to
not at
feed
all.
the ego.
Yeah.
No, you want to be famous because you're so creative, you're so talented, and you are such a star, meaning like not a like stars, like you are so bright and you radiate like you shine, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And every time when I'm next to you or in your space, like you know, you give me the energy and love. Like I don't know how to explain. Do you
And
get
I
my
hear
point
that
or
a
no?
lot lately.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you radiate this.
Yeah. I hear that a lot, and I'm starting to pay attention to it
Mm-hmm.
because Hollywood is. I call it the land of good and evil.
Me too.
You do? You really?
Yes, that's what I was trying to
Okay.
explain. That some people like bless us with
Mhm.
like being famous, and the devil is also working.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? And it's
Exactly.
always a battle between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like when I walk in a room, let's say if it's directors or whatever, they're like, "Oh, I got the perfect role for you," blah 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 blah, and I have to stop and look and say, "Can I really see who this person is? Is it a mask? I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel I'll turn it, I'll just like, oh yeah, good, yeah, and I disappear because I feel an energy like there's good and bad here a lot, and it's scary. But if you don't keep the light on and then keep your focus and be brave to get through that, it's hard because you can get lost very, very, very quickly.
Exactly.
And that candle light will be pinched out, and it'll just be smoke and cinders.
Yes.
Yeah. And I see it, but I've never in my life witnessed so much of it until I got to the level that I'm at now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more you go, the more you see. Because some people have sold their souls.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, Septimius, what is the goal? What do you want to be known for?
I want to be known for being, well, of course, I want to be known for the catalog of stuff that I'm doing now, of course. But what I really, really want to be known for is like, I look up to, it's a guy named Barry Gordy from Motown. I look up to him only because he started Motown music. People thought he was crazy or whatever, and he created Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, all of those Temptations, all that kind of stuff. But his legacy of Motown will live forever for that era of time. I think it was the 70s or 80s or whatever. But what he's created is long-standing, and it's a legacy. So that's what I really want to do. I really want to get to the point where, yes, I'm in front of the camera, I'm making these catalog of different creatives, but I really want to create my own entertainment company where I can say, I want to help you be a star, but for real though. Not because, for whatever negative reason. No, exactly, I really think that you could be a star, and I really think try these avenues because I really want that energy or that whatever I input into someone to like carry on. Like Clive Davis did, good or bad or whatever, with so many different people, Whitney Houston, all the rest of them. When you plant that seed and see it grow in other people, that's what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want my legacy to be. Like, oh yeah, that guy started me back, September, whatever. But that's where I got my start from,
Yes, absolutely.
And then whoever I put that plant that knowledge with and that seed with, they flourish to be bigger, and then from there it just keeps going on. That's yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Because after our death, what do we have? Our name and the adjectives that describe us as people. Like,
exactly.
Okay, Septimius was. Exactly. And he was like, great, talented, etc., etc. Let's sum up. Let's sum up together.
Okay.
Okay, based on our conversation,
I'll
tell you what I see. You are not what happened to you. You are who you choose to become. That's my sum up. Because life wasn't so easy, as you said. Right. My life wasn't easy as well. But we made this decision to grow and to be better. Without role models, without financial support as well.
Exactly.
You didn't have.
No,
Me too.
Yeah.
So you had to think and analyze and to listen to this inner voice as well. And that's my sum up. What about you? What else?
Mine would say, with risk comes reward, which means if you don't take that risk, you will never get a reward. And a reward can be bad or good, but a bad reward is knowledge, wisdom, and teaching. Good reward is you take your next step. So take the risk. Yeah.
Septimius, thank you so much for being here. I'm sure that you had 100 other things to do, but you made this decision to be here with me today.
Eugeniia. I'm cool.
Grateful. And now I know so many more things about you, that you believe in reincarnation, that you are Gemini, and you believe in the power of the universe, that you have to listen to your inner voice. So now I have even more respect towards you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if I can love you more than I loved you before this day, but probably it is possible.
Your energy exudes from the moment I met you. Yes.
Yes.
Was the first time we met? Wasn't at Las Vegas, right?
No.
The first one was
at the fashion show at the Majestic.
Our Heart.
Majestic.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but at the Majestic, I like that location more.
The first one, yes, not this year, but exactly. That was beautiful.
Oh, mesmerizing, yes.
Yep.
And if you like this video, please give it a thumb up and subscribe. Yay! Thank you.